It's Friday, April the 6th, just about noon. Where you're looking right now is out of the harbor in Opua towards the Bay of Islands. That body of water turns off to the northwest, and beyond the point of land where you can see all the houses behind the sailboats is Pahia to the south, and across the bay on the other side of Pahia is Russell. Very nice, very well protected area here in Opua. It's a big old World War II era destroyer or something like that. Over this way, that brand new building you can see just beyond that sailboat directly in front of the camera is the Opua Cruising Club facility. It's a brand new building, just opened in January of 2007. Scan around here a little bit. There's a very large marina here in Opua, and many of these boats are on mooring buoys. Some of them are locally owned boats, some of them are cruisers. That's scanning around through a little bit east to south. It's quite a large number of boats here, and their numbers will increase here dramatically over the next couple weeks as people come up to Opua and check out getting. It's Monday, April 23rd, about 11 o'clock in the morning local time. I'm about 28 degrees south latitude and 168 degrees east longitude. Just about halfway from Opua, New Zealand to Bundaberg, Australia. Winds blowing 15 to 20 knots from about the east-northeast, and I'm headed about 300 degrees true or west-northwest. So I've got the staysail pulled out again, as you can see. I don't need a topping lift or a fore guy or an after guy for it. Its own weight holds the clew of the staysail down pretty well. And the pole's light enough that I can handle it confidently without a bunch of extra lines attached. As you can see, the sail is eased off. That helps course stability. And the Genoa is just sheeted to the rail off on the leeward side. I've also got the mainsail up with a double reef, and this helps provide stability for the boat to dampen the rolling down, and of course a little bit extra boat speed. I've added a few things over the period of time that I've been sailing. One of them is this wooden plank. There's one on each side. I call it my ass plank. It's a good place to rest my butt against when I'm working on the halyards. Keeps me aboard. Okay, it's still Monday, just a couple of minutes later after I downloaded the memory. Of course, one of my other acquisitions is a new dinghy. I really like the new one, and as you can see, it takes up a very small amount of space on the cabin top. It's very easy to stow and improves my forward visibility from the cockpit quite a bit, which I definitely like. Back aft, here's a good old wind vane again. I think I finally got it all figured out. I got the linkage ratios and the area and such figured out. It's working pretty well. It's Saturday, April 28th. About 6 o'clock in the morning, local time. As you can see, the sun is just coming up. I spent a bit over a day and a half in just about a dead flat calm going through what is called the Big Fat High off the east coast of Australia. About midnight last night, the wind started to pick up from the north, and I was able to get going under sail again. Got the main and the Genoa up. Looks like a pretty nice day. Pretty strong breeze blowing. Might be time to reef and drop the Genoa and go to the Yankee. And I guess officially I'm no longer a single-hander. About a little bit before it got sailing again last night, I picked up a crew member. This guy installed himself on my bow pulpit last night about 10 o'clock and has been riding along with me ever since. I guess he wants a free ride back to Australia. I don't know if that's a land bird because I can't see his feet close enough to see if he's got webbing or not. But I suspect it's a seabird that just got a little tired from having to fly with no wind. It's Friday, May 18th, a little bit after noon. What you're looking at out there is the Whitsunday Island Group. It's about 200 miles north in the Capricorn Channel. Down south of the Capricorn Channel, the beginning of it, there's Point Capricorn, which is right on the Tropic of Capricorn. So now officially I'm back in the tropics and very happy for it because it's nice and warm. As you can see, the sea state's quite calm because behind us, about 25 miles or so, is the Great Barrier Reef. So it knocks down all the big ocean swells, and since the wind's only blowing about 8 knots, there's not more than about a 2-foot swell out here. And I thought I'd get a picture of this because it's something that not probably going to see very often. Is I'm flying both the brand new drifter, I got it poled off to windward, and the asymmetrical spinnaker flying free and sheeted off the end of the main boom. Now normally I wouldn't do this, except like I said, the conditions are very, very light and the sea state is very, very small, so the boat doesn't bounce around a whole lot. This enables the sails to stay filled pretty well. Anyway, I'm panning up through kind of the, that's about north. It's Saturday, June the 9th, about 3:30 in the afternoon local time. And where I'm sailing now is in the Flinders Island Group, just north of Bathurst Bay in the Capricorn Channel. The Great Barrier Reef is off to the right, although that's an island that you actually see, and Australia is off to the left. I'm heading about due west right now in this channel between two islands. You can see off in the distance there are a couple other boats anchored. That's where I'm headed. Had a pretty nice day sail. Warm weather, nice clear skies, a few clouds. Water here is about 35 feet deep. And just a beautiful area to go cruising in, coming up inside the Great Barrier Reef. Spotted with islands. Anchorage is usually 30 to 40 miles apart, so I can do all my passage making in the daylight hours, which is, especially farther north up here, is safer because the number of ships and fishing boats and of course all the reefs and the islands to have to work through. That's all off to the south. Over this way is the other island. I believe that's Stanley Island.